Hello, my name is Anthony Mariscal. Today we're going to go over the difference between strategic planning and strategic management, and we're going to use some examples. So let's contextualize strategic planning. So to recognize the difference between strategic planning and strategic management, a strategic plan is a tool that moves the organization forward in one direction towards a goal that you guys have set. It determines the organization's mission, formulates policies to guide that organization in establishing its objectives and choosing the way forward. And it also implements those chosen strategies which you guys planned out. Establishing long and short range objectives to achieve the organization's mission. So how do we do that? How do we set conditions at echelon? That's exactly what that means. Are the objectives realistic and are they measurable? Determining the strategies that used to be used in achieving the organization's mission. So what is strategic management? Strategic management is concerned with making decisions about the organization's future, direction, growth, and renewal, and implementing those processes which we talked about with strategic planning. For strategic management, you must have vested people. So the reasons why strategic plans fail to be operational is lack of commitment. So fully understanding how the strategic plan can implement their enterprise. So if you don't have the right people who are not vested by assisting in the planning process, then it's not gonna work because nobody will take accountability of what's happening. So not having the right people involved, those involved in planning will be committed to see things through. Having the wrong people in leadership positions, no accountability of the plan. So no accountability, nobody's accountable for what happens or fails to happen. So how do we assess a primary component of strategic management? So periodic reviews of the implementation process, obtain feedback by staff, clients, and the stockholders or stakeholders, provide regular feedback to major stakeholders, including yourself and the staff, document and communicate lessons learned, acknowledge and share results, achievements and failures, and continuous monitoring and review of the objectives. So it's always good to go back and whiteboard out what the objectives were and how we are, like I said earlier, measurable and attainable goals. So the responsibility and duties of the strategic manager. It's a continuous process. Strategic management is a continuous process. It does not end. The real objective is continual improvement. So the responsibility of a strategic manager is to oversee the entire operation, to keep the organization on its glide path, and to keep the boss's intent. So why do we need strategic planning? So the armies went paperless several years ago. We've went on to a digital army where everything is online, and you submit things with attachments to it, not like email, but through the Army system. But it hasn't trickled down to organizational units at the strategic level. So what we've done is we've implemented a OneNote, and I know it's a platform for the glide path where we want to go. The OneNote has everything that we need, digitalizing the entire operation. So when we came up with a plan when we came to the strategy to make the battery digital, we had to figure out who was in charge of putting this thing together, who's going to manage it, who's going to oversee it. So we came up with our smart guys, our nerds, to put it in place. We whiteboarded the entire thing out, and then we put people in management positions to oversee it, to have access to it, and to update it as necessary. So now what we have is an organization with the information at the tips of their fingers, and which leaves nobody without needing to know anything at all. So to recap, strategic planning is the planning where setting the conditions for the direction the organization's headed. Strategic management is the plan on how to get there, who's in charge of it, who's responsible, who's accountable, and to make sure that it gets there.